Hey guys, VGamersNRV here, back with another video, and today I'm back with some more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. In the last episode, we went on our second day of investigation, and it looks not very good for us right now. And a lot of the evidence is pointing towards Mr. Powers did it, and seems everyone has an alibi. But we can't give up just yet. We have one more day of trial, and we can't give him a guilty verdict because we know he's not guilty. Mr. Wright? Yes? Why do you look so unhappy? Oh, nothing. Really, it's nothing. Right, Mia? Uh-oh, she looks even unhappier. Phoenix? Your client is now practically a dead man walking. Perhaps that's why I feel particularly close to him. This is no time for dead people jokes, please. You know we're going into this trial utterly defenseless. Yet, if Mr. Powers is truly innocent, we should be able to find something overlooked in the evidence to prove it. Something overlooked? We have to find something, Phoenix, today. It's that, or lose the trial. This isn't going to be easy. Yeah, those sleeping pills, man. Is no one going to talk about these sleeping pills? The empty bottle with sleeping pills? No one going to talk about those? Will Powers was sleeping in his studio for like a whole 5 hours. I don't feel like you do that in the middle of the day unless you're like gone 24 hours without sleep or you took some medication. Or maybe that's just me. Who knows? Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. An unexpected fact has come to the attention of the court. Yesterday, we learned that there were other people present at the studios. Today, I would like to show evidence proving that they had nothing to do with the murder. Very well. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. I wonder if it will be that producer. The prosecution calls Mr. Sal Manella to the stand. Or that director. Will the witness state his name and profession? Oh, well, I thought that was... Wow, I'm getting confused. How rude can you get? You don't know me? I'm the director. I made the Steel Samurai, noob. Salmonella. I'm a director. Television. Were you at Global Studios on the day of the murder? Yes, Your Honor. Very well. Please testify to the court about the events of that day. Phoenix. Let's start by picking this testimony apart. If Powers is innocent, you know what that means. Someone in the trailer on that day did it. Right. She doesn't waste any time putting on the pressure. No, she really doesn't, but also she's been in this business for a long... she's been a lawyer for quite a while. She's been doing some investigations on her own for a long time. I was at the studios from around 9 o'clock that morning. During the morning, I was doing, an action run-through. It took a lot more time than I thought it would. I hear that everybody else ate lunch in the employee area, but I had a meeting in Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. We were in the meeting until around 4 o'clock. During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. That's about it. The time of Mr. Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m., and according to your testimony, you were at a meeting at that time. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Whew, okay. So there were empty plates there. Wait. Yeah, there were empty plates outside Studio 2 trailer. So, in the end, you didn't get to eat? Yeah, no steak at least. Can you believe it? That must have been tough. Phoenix, doesn't something about that seem odd to you? It's contradictory. Yeah, it does seem odd now that you mention it. Mr. Manella. Huh? What do you want? When I went to Studio 2, I saw something on the table there. There were 2 plates. The same kind of plates as the one in the employee area. Who ate the lunch there? No, good call. I was embarrassed, so I didn't mention it. But I did eat after all. A T-bone steak, you mean? Yeah, well, I mean, the assistant went through all that trouble. I brought it to the trailer thinking I could eat it later. Clearly a man who likes to eat. I suspected as much. So, when exactly did you eat it? We took one break during the meeting. I wolfed it down then. A mental image I will carry with me to my grave. Wait a second. If they took a break in that meeting, then that contradicts his testimony. I'll press on that one a bit more. Pretty sure no one left their chairs. You didn't take a single break? Well, yeah, not one. What's he sweating so much about, I wonder? If only I had an idea. Wait a second. Maybe I do have an idea. Press harder, buddy. Wait a second. Mr. Manella, you've just contradicted yourself. Didn't you just tell the court that you ate a T-bone steak during a break? Oops! Well, Mr. Manella, what is this all about? Well, yeah, I guess we did take a little break. Phoenix, great job. If they took a break, one of them could have gone to the studio during that time. Your Honor, I call on the witness to testify to the court about this break. Very well. Mr. Manella, your testimony, please. Uh-oh. Edgeworth's laughing. Yeah, no, that's never good when he starts laughing in the middle of a trial. Yeah! What does that mean? FWIW? I don't know what that means. We took a break, but it was only 15 minutes. 15! That's only 13 in base 12. Not enough time for someone to say, commit murder in Studio 1, no. That's just enough time to eat a T-bone steak if you ask me. I don't think it would even be enough time for that, but that's just me. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. Okay. When was that break, then? What time exactly did you take this break? I'd say it was from around 2:30 or so until 2:45. 2:30? That's the time of death. So he could have gone to Studio 1, killed Hammer, and then come back. I guess it's possible time-wise. Edgeworth?
Hold it!
Edgeworth has something to say. Why is that?
Objection!
Haven't we had enough of this pointless line of questioning? Your Honor, the testimony to this point has made one certain fact painfully clear. The people in the trailer had nothing to do with this murder. It was impossible for any of them to go to Studio 1. What? Something wrong, Mr. Wright? Surely you aren't suggesting one of the people in the trailer went to Studio 1? Well, Mr. Wright? Phoenix, this is critical. Think about it before you give your answer. Do you claim someone from the trailer went to Studio 1? It's impossible. That monkey head fell over at 2:15. I don't want to write off so many possible suspects, but I can't keep playing with the impossible either. I agree that it was impossible for anyone in the trailer to go to the studio at that time. I thought you might be thoughtlessly treading on ice again, but I see you had at least an inkling of the truth. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? It's quite simple. True, the break in the trailer meeting comes right at the time of death. However, the path from there to the scene of the crime was blocked. The fallen Mrs. Monkeyhead Mrs.? That was a mystery. Around 2:15, a strong gust of wind knocked over the studio mascot's head. Ergo, when the people in the trailer took the break at 2:30, the way to the studio was blocked. Blocked by Mrs. Monkey's severed head. It's actually a Mr. Monkey, but Edgeworth has a point. See, that's what I thought! It is a Mr. Monkey! That's what I thought! And somehow I feel no desire to correct him. I believe we have seen enough evidence. I would like to relieve Mr. Manella from the stand. What? It's over? Very well. The court's opinion on this case is as follows. We have found that there were several other people at Studio 2 on the day of the murder. However, it is also clear that none of these people could have gone to Studio 1. They therefore have no relation to this case. Furthermore, with regards to the photo of the Steel Samurai, given the size of the costume, no one other than Mr. Powers could have worn it that day. All that is lacking is the decisive evidence that he is the one who did it. If we had that, I'm afraid I would have to find Mr. Powers guilty. Your Honor, the prosecution is pleased to announce that we indeed have decisive evidence. A witness. Who is this witness, Mr. Edgeworth? My witness saw the very moment when a Steel Samurai skewered the victim. Order? I will have order. I see. The court will take a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear your witness. Court is adjourned for recess. Okay, so he's gonna bring Cody onto the stand. We all know that. What do we do now, Mia? If everyone in that trailer has an alibi. I'm sorry, Phoenix. I guess I was wrong. But Mia! Don't tell me you're giving up! If you give up, what hope do I have? Don't get me wrong. I've never given up on a trial before. Not while there was a chance. Only one thing became clear in your cross-examination. The people in the trailer could not have gone to Studio 1. I thought there was more to it than that, but I was wrong. That's all there is. What's going to happen to me? It kind of seems like everyone in that courtroom thinks I did it. They think I'm a murderer. Don't worry, Mr. Powers. If you are innocent, we will prove it. I guarantee it. Leave it to us and be yourself. Be strong. You are the Steel Samurai, hero to children everywhere, after all. Thanks. Okay, Phoenix. This one's for the kids. Let's do it. For the kids, huh? I guess that's a good way of looking at it. I don't think any kid would like to keep watching that show after finding out that the actor committed murder on set. Ooh, hold on. I just realized that there's something happened in real life that's kind of related to this. Not really. As our witness is a grade schooler of tender years and this is a murder case, we worry that the defense might cause unnecessary trauma with his cruel questioning. Nice to see Edgeworth taking the moral high ground. However, we have no choice. The prosecution calls Cody Hackins to the stand. Your Honor, perhaps you could arrange a box for him to stand on? Oh, right. God, please bring me a box. One of those donut crates should do. That's better. Hey, you can see your face now. Will the witness state his name and grade in school? Witness! What? Just because you're all grown up doesn't mean you can push me around. Oh, Edgeworth and his witnesses. Cody, answer his question, okay? Hey, it's you! The nice lady! I'm Cody Hackins. I'm in 2nd grade. I get the feeling this is going to be a long, long day. Mr. Edgeworth, please remember that you are speaking to a child. Try to be gentle. Witness! Cody. He's having trouble with this gentle thing. You were present, you were at Global Studios on the day of the, incident? You got a problem with that? Please tell us what you saw that day. What, Pops? You want me to tell you and Gramps with the beard over there? Just, Mr. Edgeworth will be fine. I prefer bearded gentlemen myself. A very long day. Incidentally, photographic equipment is strictly forbidden in this courtroom. My apologies, Your Honor. He said he wouldn't testify if he couldn't bring it. I'd like special permission if that's possible. Wait, so you had to bargain terms with a kid, and you lost? I love it so much. Hey, I just got this new camera. Don't really know how to use it all that good yet. But I bring it with me wherever I go. Phoenix, I wonder if he had that camera on the day of the murder. You better make a note of it in the court record. I think he did. I'm pretty sure he said he did. Very well, Cody. Please testify to the court about what you saw on the day of the incident. I wanted to see a Steel Samurai rehearsal just once. I found a map on the internet and went to the studios that day. I went through the woods off the path so that old lady wouldn't catch me. I was going for the studio. I got kind of lost on the way, though, for about 30 minutes. When I came out by the studio, there was a Steel Samurai. It totally rocked. Right before my eyes out came the bad guy. Of course, the Steel Samurai took him down. Pow! If I had my camera with me, that would have been time for a shot, I tell ya. Anyway, I couldn't get into the studio, so I went home. But didn't he have... He said he had his camera, didn't he? Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination. But be gentle, remember you are talking to a child. This kid is tougher than most adults we see in here, honestly. No, really though. But also, didn't he say that he had his camera with him? I'm pretty sure he said he had his camera with him, right?
Objection!
Cody, what you just said seems, well, a little strange. Didn't you say before that you always bring your digital camera wherever you go? You were quite clear about that. Huh? Cody, you shouldn't lie here. You understand that, right? Mr. Wright, a word with you. Uh-oh. Was I putting the pressure on too much? What is this digital camera contraption you're talking about? It's, a digital camera, Your Honor. It's a kind of new sort of camera. How do I explain that? I see. Anyway, Cody, I can't believe you wouldn't bring your camera on a trip to the studios. You did bring it, didn't you?
Objection!
Mr. Wright, how cruel you are to terrorize a poor child so. I don't care if he's a child or a attorney. No one should lie in court. What do you mean, or a... Okay. Well, Cody? What? Yeah, so I had my camera, so what? You got a problem with that? So you did have a camera. And did you use this camera? Why would I use it? I was too busy watching. Very well. Please testify to the court about what you were so busy watching. Okay. Yeah, I had my camera with me, but I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off of it. The Steel Samurai, he goes for the bad guy. Wham! Then the bad guy stopped moving. He's so strong. Steel Samurai rules. Ah, is that all? Well, that was brief. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. That was actually kind of quick. Yeah, no. Now that you mentioned it, that was very quick. But no, let's keep going. Let's keep going. And then the bad guy stopped moving. How did he... What? Okay. You gotta press him for all the details. Why? Huh? What do you mean, why? Why wasn't the bad guy moving? Well, because the Steel Samurai brought him to justice. And how exactly did he do that? How did he do it? Well, a samurai kick and a samurai punch, samurai chop. Okay, something like that. He's still being vague about this. What? Don't give me that look, Pops. How should I play this? Wait and see what happens or press him harder? Gotta press him harder, man. Cody? What? Something's bothering me. Before you said that you couldn't take your eyes off the action. Yeah, so what? Yet you missed the most important part.
Objection!
What is the meaning of this? The witness has stated what he saw quite clearly.
Objection!
You know as well as I do that he's being vague. Tell me, what kind of murderer uses a samurai slap? My point is this. Cody, you may have seen some of the Steel Samurais fight, but you missed the most important part, the killing blow. Order, order! Mr. Wright, how could this be? Can you explain how he might have missed something so vital? That's the thing. Phoenix, I believe you're on the right track with this. think. Why didn't Cody see the climax of the fight? I know you. You can figure this out. Mr. Wright, your answer. We have ascertained that this young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai. Why wouldn't he watch the climax of the fight? He couldn't watch it. He was watching someone else, or show evidence. Show evidence. I know exactly why. Your Honor, I have evidence. Evidence? Yes, Your Honor. Why did Cody look away from the fight? For his digital camera. Here's my proof. What's that? The camera? The witness stated that he recently received this camera. Yes, I'm aware of that. He wasn't entirely familiar with his operation. I'm aware of that too. Correct. Why would Cody be looking somewhere else at the critical moment? Because he was looking at his camera. He was trying to take a picture. Hey! Bullseye. What's your problem, Pops? You got a thing for picking on little kids? Pressing, not picking. Good job, Phoenix. Cody was lying, clearly. Smart of you to realize there was no way he could just stand there watching his hero and not take a picture. Right. Cody, there was only one reason why you would have looked away from the fight, and that was because you wanted to take a picture. But having just received your camera, you weren't used to using it yet. So you missed the climax of the fight, correct? Yeah. Well, Phoenix, I bet you anything he's hiding more than that. Have him testify again. Right. Yeah means business. Your Honor, the defense would like to request that Cody Hackins testify once more. Very well. Cody, could you please tell us about your camera and about why you didn't take a picture of the fight? Welcome to the real world, kid. Aw, don't cry, kid. Yeah, you're right, Pops. The Steel Samurai had just escaped from the clutches of the villain. So I held up my camera to take a picture. But the lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. That's all that happened. Yep. Anything strange to that testimony, Mr. Wright? I'm not sure, but I'd like to proceed with the cross-examination anyway. Good idea, Nick. Alright, let's see. There is something I do want to press it on. That's all that happened. You seem very unsure. That's all? Yeah, I told you I didn't take a picture. I would have once I got that lens open. Did he really not take a picture? Not even one? Press him hard. Sorry, kid, but we really have to. Nah, he definitely would have taken a picture. There's gotta be something here I can use. Cody! Listen up, Cody Hackins. I know exactly what happened that day. You took a picture. Hey! Bullseye? How did you know? I see through all your lies, Cody Hackins. It's one of my powers. Wow. This feels great. Nick, you're... Okay. Yeah, I took a picture. Perhaps you can change your testimony to reflect this, Cody? I took a few shots, but it was too late, so I erased them. I don't think you would have, though.
Objection!
Cody! What? Man, every time you say Cody, you follow it with something bad. I just wanted to thank you for giving me this the other day. Huh? Oh, right. What was it you told me then? I go to every live performance. I always take a picture when a Steel Samurai lands the final blow. What's that? I got them all. I never missed one. A perfect collection. Cody, did you really get a picture of the Steel Samurai standing victorious over his foe? If you did, I find it hard to believe that you would just erase it. Wouldn't you keep it for your album? Mr. Wright, what exactly is this album? It's called Path to Glory. It's a collection of pictures of the Steel Samurai, all taken by Cody Hackins. He claims it's a perfect collection of every battle the Steel Samurai has won. Oh my god, there's something in my throat. What the hell was that? I see. Don't you find this very odd, Your Honor? Among all his pictures of the Steel Samurai, none were taken that day. Ugh. What? Is there something in my throat? I'm gonna keep brushing through this. Oh my god. Whew. I don't know. Maybe it was just a bunch of mucus or something. Exactly my point, Your Honor. No, wait. No way! Phoenix? I think we finally discovered the truth. And what a truth it is. Mia, are we sure about this? Did he actually... Yes, I'm pretty sure what you're thinking is right. Tell them, Phoenix. Tell them what the truth is. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what is going on here. Why was there no picture in the album from the day of the murder? Why would the boy have erased the photos he took? The photos were blurry, he erased them by mistake? Or, the real answer, the Steel Samurai didn't win? I can think of only one reason, Your Honor. The Steel Samurai didn't win. That's why Cody deleted those photos. You mean the Steel Samurai lost? Well, Cody, I'm right, aren't I? Tell the truth. The bad guy defeated the Steel Samurai. No way! No! It's impossible. The Steel Samurai never loses. He never loses to anyone, ever. Your Honor, the witness has revealed everything with his words. There was a reason why he lied and told us he didn't take a picture. The same reason he erased his precious photos. For Cody, it was inconceivable that the Steel Samurai could be defeated. However, Cody witnessed the impossible. He saw the Steel Samurai lose. Yet to admit what he saw would destroy everything he believed in. That's why he lied and said the Steel Samurai won. He couldn't handle the truth. He is a kid. You know, he is a kid. Order! I will have order. Witness, Cody. Is this true? What did you see? Tell the court what you saw. And he starts bawling. Nick, what did you do? Nah. Cody, that day you saw the Steel Samurai lose a fight, right? Okay! You're right! The Steel Samurai fell down! And then he didn't move! Order! What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? The Steel Samurai was the murderer, not the victim. Yet according to your witness's testimony, the Steel Samurai was the one who fell. That's true, it is your witness, Edgeworth. Mr. Wright, what's going on? Apparently we've all made a serious error. An error? What's this all about? Hammer was the victim, the Steel Samurai was the victim, or there was no victim. Hammer is the victim, but the Steel Samurai was the victim here. If you understand what actually happened, it's actually quite simple. At the end of the fight, the Steel Samurai fell to the ground and lay still. In other words, the Steel Samurai was not the killer, he was the victim. Don't you see? Jack Hammer was the Steel Samurai. Order! So the Steel Samurai in this photograph. You're saying the man in this costume was the victim, Jack Hammer? That's what I'm saying, Your Honor. Jack Hammer was present at the action scene run-through that morning. Thus, he obviously knew about Mr. Powers' foot injury. But wait, hadn't Mr. Hammer gone to Studio 1 already? That's what everyone thought. But remember what Miss Oldbag said in her testimony? On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Did I see poor old Hammer? Nope. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station. Mr. Jack Hammer left the employee area after lunch. However, no one saw him going to Studio 1, nor was there a picture of him. He waited for Mr. Powers to take a nap in his dressing room. Then, he snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. But why would the victim do such a thing? I don't know. I get it! I thought that the Steel Samurai was moving strange. So it was a different person inside the suit! Pops! Huh? Me? What? Actually, there was one piece of data I saved. Data? Yeah, a photo on my digital camera. What? Show us, quick! No way, man, not if you're gonna look at me like that! Now! Here, this is it. Ooh, what's the photo? What's the photo? Huh? The Steel Samurai at Studio 2. Well, looking at this, it's a little hard to say. I'm afraid that it could be anyone in that costume. But look at the number! It's Studio 2! Your opinion, Mr. Wright? I agree, Your Honor. This isn't decisive evidence. I'm sorry, this doesn't look like it's the proof we need. No! Keep it! Please keep it! No! Wait, Phoenix! Mia? What? Look at that photo once more. That's it, Phoenix! That photo is all the evidence you need to win this trial. What? Your Honor, may I see that photo once more, please? Certainly. I don't see why not. Phoenix, show him. There's a glaring, decisive inconsistency with the facts as we know them in that photo. Find the inconsistency in the photo. So, okay, I'm gonna move down to the bottom screen here real quick. You guys see right above the Steel Samurai's head, that has a number right there, and that definitely looks like a 2. It looks like the bottom half of a 2. And that S on the door is definitely a studio door, which means that this photo was taken at Studio 2.
Take that!
Your Honor, look at this. I see a gate. Might I draw your attention to the number on the gate? The number? Ah, yes. Well, it's hard to see, but it looks like a 2. Clearly not a 1, Your Honor. Correct? Ah! I believe Mr. Edgeworth sees what I'm getting at. But that's impossible. What's this all about? Please explain so that I might be shocked along with the rest of the court. I'll use the studio guide map. The body was found here in Studio 1. However, what do we see in this photo taken at the time of the murder? It does not say 1 on that gate in the photo. Your Honor, here's the true scene of the crime. Show the judge where the murder took place. Alright, so back on the bottom screen, we're gonna have to point out Studio 2 on that map. Here, at Studio 2. I see. That would explain the 2 on the gate in the photo. Your Honor, I find it very significant that the murder took place in Studio 2. The trailer is there, the path was blocked, or no filming was done there. The trailer is there, the path was blocked. The path of the trailer was blocked. So we have heard. The path was blocked at 2:15. In other words, the victim went to Studio 2 before that time. Yes, I suppose that would be the case. Remember Mr. Salmonella's testimony? Allow me to remind the court. He said no one in the trailer was guilty because they could not have gone to Studio 1. Yet in actuality, the reverse is true. Only someone in the trailer could have committed this murder. They were the only ones with access to the scene of the crime. Studio 2. Man, oh man. This is a big old twist. As you may recall, there's a trailer in Studio 2. Now on that day, a meeting was held in that very trailer. There was a break in the meeting corresponding to the time of death. During that break, Mr. Salmonella and Ms. D. Vasquez were outside eating steak. They were at the scene of the crime. There's so much that just happened. Order, order. The defense makes the following claims. The scene of the crime was Studio 2. The person that the security guard, Miss Oldbag, saw was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer. Mr. Hammer, for some reason, stole a Steel Samurai costume. Then he went to Studio 2. This is madness. Jack Hammer is the victim. The victim. Why would he steal a Steel Samurai costume? Are you suggesting that he did so to cover up the details of his own murder? Well, no, of course not. Or do you have proof? Give me proof that the victim Jack stole the costume. I have proof! Finally, the empty bottle comes in handy! You do. You do, Mr. Wright? Now that they're so surprised, I'm suddenly much less confident. I think I'm right, though. Here's my proof that Jack Hammer stole the costume. The empty bottle of sleeping pills. This is it. An empty medicine bottle? I found this on the table in the employee area. The same table where Mr. Hammer and Mr. Powers ate. The label reads sleeping pills. Sleeping pills? The defendant, Mr. Powers, spent that entire afternoon sleeping. He was drugged by Mr. Hammer. Wait a moment. That bottle does raise his suspicions, yes, but there is no proof that Mr. Hammer used it. Your Honor, I have an idea. Test Powers' blood, fingerprint the bottle, or examine Hammer's body. Fingerprint the bottle. Idea? Very well, let's hear it. I want to check this bottle for fingerprints. If my claim is true, Mr. Hammer's fingerprint should show up on the bottle. I suppose you're right. Very well, the court will take possession of the bottle. Alright, and it's sent to fingerprints. The court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Cody Hawkins' testimony has revealed new possibilities in this case. In fact, things may have happened very differently than we previously thought. The steel samurai seen by Miss Oldbag may have been the victim, Jack Hammer. The scene of the crime was not Studio 1, but Studio 2. And those in the trailer did have time to commit murder. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? Your homework is to find the answer to the following question. Why would Mr. Hammer steal a steel samurai costume? Also, who killed him and why? Find the answers for me by tomorrow. That's a lot of homework. Mr. Edgeworth? You will need to reconsider your stance in this case. Above all, you will need to reconsider your suspicion of Mr. Will Powers. As you say, Your Honor, this trial will be extended until tomorrow. This is the last extension. So yeah, like Nick mentioned a few episodes back, the maximum amount of days a case is allowed to be taken to court for trial is 3. The case is only allowed to be tried in court for 3 total days. Any more, that third day is the cutoff. You need to have a verdict by that 3rd day. So, we've already been through 2. We had that first day where we found out, almost absolutely... We had that first day of trial, actually, when we found out that there were people in Studio 2 trailer who may not have been involved. And then today was the 2nd day where we found out that the crime actually happened in Studio 2, and thus, it is entirely possible for everyone in Studio 2 to have committed that murder, but it's almost impossible for anyone in Studio 1 to commit that murder. So, tomorrow, well, I guess tomorrow we are going to be doing some investigation, but tomorrow in-game is the last day that this case is allowed to be tried in court. That day needs to have that verdict. We need to have that verdict by the end of that day. Phew! That was a close one. We were saved by a hair, but that's all that counts. I thought seriously about going home 3 times during the trial. Me too. But you're the defense attorney, Nick. You can't just leave in the middle of a trial. Really? You both seemed so confident. Maybe I should take up a career in acting. I was ready to pronounce you dead about 3 times back there. Me too. Dead? Of course, we're kidding. Are we? Are you sure? I wasn't kidding. Now, Mr. Powers, we have to go make our final investigation. But I promise you, we'll find the true killer by tomorrow's trial. Right. Thanks. Alright, so yeah, but like I said before, in real life, a lot of cases, whenever they're taken to court, a lot of criminal cases like this, whenever they're taken to court, take, weeks or months, depending on a lot of circumstances. But in this court system, it only allows you 3 days for a trial. Which, it's supposed to, I think it's supposed to, speed, in-game, I think the in-game reason is supposed to be, to speed up the investigation process, to speed up the trial process, because otherwise they have this whole back date of trials that go back years and years and years. So they've put on that 3-day limit so that they can get through more trials faster, and obviously that means, that means a lot more guilty verdicts coming along, because the defense doesn't have enough time to prepare, there's not enough time to properly investigate things. So that typically ends up with a more guilty verdict because, as I said, in this trial system, it's guilty until proven innocent with most arrests. So it's an interesting. This judicial system is very interesting in this game, and I like to talk about it a lot, as you can tell, and I'll probably talk about it a lot more as we go through this trilogy and the Apollo Justice game, the Dual Destinies game, and Spirit of Justice as well. I'm gonna talk about it a lot, but that's gonna be all for today. I'm sure I've already bored you all enough with my talks about this world's judicial system. In the next episode, we'll go into our final investigation on this case. But until then, like, subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye!